Hey. Time for the Out of This World story from rSpace. Oh, we love some petty revenge. The art of showing your ex just how little you care about their tearful apologies and I miss you texts is alive and well. Today on rSpace, sometimes you have to leave them in the dark. Up first, funny how the moon has a way of shedding light on the darkest parts of a relationship. Petty revenge served ice cold. My ex wants me back. Yeah, right. Hey guys, buckle up for a long saga of petty revenge that hit in two parts. It's about an ex who definitely still secretly wants me back. This happened a while ago. Okay, fine, more than like 10 years ago, but it still makes me smile. My ex, let's call him G, and I were always together. And I mean always. We'd be driving around in my car, blasting music, vibing, doing all the cute couple stuff. One night, we went up to a camping spot in the mountains. The trees were breezy, the moon lit the road. It was all kinds of romantic. We sat in my car, sang, kissed, the whole lovebird package. Then he said he needed the bathroom and left me alone with his phone. My gut was screaming at me to check it. My head said, nah, and my heart was like, don't interfere. But that gut feeling, it was loud, very loud, screaming at me, shouting, yelling, like, if you don't check now, you'll never know. Guess what? Thank God I listened. There were messages from girls he met the week before our trip, and he was also texting his ex talking crap about me. Like, really? So I did a few things to get back at him. First, I left him there. Yep, left him to walk down the mountain in the pitch black. No phone, no nothing. But don't worry, I followed him secretly in my car. Wasn't about to let him get murdered or something, especially since his family knew I was the last person with him. Just before we got to his house, I beeped and acted all shocked. Like, wait, you walked all the way down? I just went to pee. How was I supposed to know you'd leave? Totally played innocent. Picked him up halfway, kissed him, dropped him off, texted him when I got home. A couple weeks go by. I told him I was busy at work and couldn't see him much. He kept begging to see me. So finally one morning, I drove to his place and we had breakfast by the beach. Everything seems chill. Until his bleeping phone rings. I catch a glimpse of the name before he snatches it away. Yep, another girl. Enter petty revenge round 2. I call my ex bestie. We'll call her L. I ask for her Facebook login. She's like, isn't G your boyfriend? I'm like, yeah, but he won't know it's me. For weeks, I catfished him as her. Like, full rom-com level conversations. I even bought her a burner phone just for this. When he called, she answered. He was excited, turned on, and so much more. Fast forward to our 1.5-year anniversary, G says he got called into work and we'd have to celebrate tomorrow. And for context, he's in the army, so when duty calls, he's gotta go. Cool, yeah, cool. Except it's not cool. G texted L that day of our anniversary. Hey sexy, I can't wait to see you tonight. I called in sick for work.
Great, can't wait. Where do we meet?
At the docks, by the big clock. I'll be in a red t-shirt, black jeans, white sneakers.
Perfect. Can I bring a friend with me?
Sure, no problem. Want me to bring my friend too?
Oh, no need. My friend is just dropping me off. See you soon. Hugs and kisses.
Hugs and kisses. Meanwhile, our texts go like this.
Baby, I'm so sad you have to work tonight.
It's my job, babe. I can't call in sick.
I get it. I just wish we could celebrate.
I know, baby, but we will tomorrow. I love you. First time he's ever said it.
Me too, baby.
I had a tiny sliver of hope he'd change his mind. Nope. He kept texting L. He was so hyped to meet her. So I borrowed my brother's car. G had never seen me in it. I got dolled up, hair, makeup, sexy outfit. I looked like a whole new girl. I texted him from the burner. Me, as L.
I'm at the spot. Where are you?
By the clock. I walk up, and when he sees me, he's gobsmacked. What the F are you doing here? Funny. I was going to ask you the same thing. Oh wait, no, I was not. Just so you know, I'm the one you've been texting, sweetie. Happy anniversary, prick. It's over. I told him everything. The texts I saw, the messages to the ex, the catfishing, the fake Facebook, all of it. He tried to apologize, saying it was his insecurities, and that all the girls want him and that they mean nothing to him. And he said that he loves me and that we are meant to be together. Then he messaged Elle after saying, "What did you do to us?" But she did not reply. Instead, she blocked him. Eventually, he gave up. 10 years later, Elle tells me they met at her cousin's wedding. He asked her out. She said no because she was dating her now fiancé. G ended up marrying the same ex he was texting behind my back. They have a daughter now. But every now and then, I get texts from him. I miss you. I'm sorry. I still love you. Yeah, so that happened. Thanks for letting me share this saga with y'all. That gut feeling never lies. And good on you for listening to it. Following behind to make sure he didn't die? Responsible, but I wish you hadn't. The fact that he's still texting you after a whole marriage and a kid? That's not love. That's just nostalgia mixed with regret and a sprinkle of delusion. What would you have done? Up next, it's interesting how many people jump from one relationship to another, thinking it'll be different, only to find themselves facing the same issues down the road. I was doing so well. In March, my 33 female partner, 36 male, of 12 years left me, abruptly citing problems he never brought up. His unhappiness, how he didn't have fun anymore, and his desire to be alone. There was no discussing it, and he began sleeping in the living room, seemingly disgusted by my existence until he moved out. Prior to this, he would not even leave the house without a kiss goodbye. We were very affectionate and had a loving relationship. A few days after the breakup, I found the love letters and texts. He had been having an affair with his coworker. His coworker is married with young kids, like 2 and 4, and she asked her husband for an open marriage to date my ex. Once her husband agreed, he left me. The affair partner remains platonically married and is still with my ex. Her husband also has a girlfriend. She lives with my ex half the week, then my ex stays at her house while the husband is at his girlfriend's. I sadly know this from pain shopping a little to my mutual friend of ours. The friend said, I know it seems a little odd, but they love each other, I guess. Man, that hurt. Anyways, fast forward a couple months and my ex and I are completely no contact. I stopped asking about him and began moving on. Then, I decided to go out for a drink this past weekend. I had a long week. My mom is in the hospital with cancer diagnosis and has not been doing well. He walked in with the affair partner, smiling and laughing. It was absolutely crushing. I got up and left before they saw me. This set me back. It's just so unfair how he gets to be happy after how cruel he was to me. I'm feeling really bitter and wanted to rant. Thanks for reading. Please remind yourself of this every time you think about him. He takes himself wherever he goes. He is not new, an improved version of himself. What he did to you was crappy. Is he going to move in with the gang? Does his girlfriend care that he harmed another person? See what I mean? These are not glamorous people. They are cheaters. The OP replies, his girlfriend doesn't care at all because it means she gets to be with him. From what I gathered from the letters and texts, they started venting to each other about how unhappy they were in their relationships, which led to her admitting she has liked him forever. And it just snowballed from there to hotels, fancy dinners, little day trips, and now they're in love. She's probably just using him as an escape from being a wife or mom. Update. A little over a year ago, my ex of 12 years left me to be with his coworker, whom he was having an intense affair with. I found letters they wrote each other, passionate words he never said to me. He was and is convinced he loves her. Does he? Probably. They're still together, living together, and he gets to be stepdad to young kids. This used to bring me pain, but I can honestly say I don't care anymore. I don't care whether they stay together or not. It has absolutely no impact on my life. Would I like an apology? Sure, I am human. But what would that change for me? I used to romanticize their relationship in my head, but now I know that they are two very lost individuals who flipped their life upside down to be together. How worth it will it feel when the new relationship energy wears off and they inevitably get bored with daily life? He signed up for so much baggage. I can assure you that spending time alone to reflect on a relationship and all the learnings that come with it is far healthier than jumping into a relationship with another person. It may feel like they won, but you have to play the long game. I remember telling my therapist, I don't think I'll ever stop thinking about him, them, or it. And she said, you'll surprise yourself. I didn't believe it then, but it's true. Let's get a quick reaction from the community. The day I was able to laugh at my ex-wife's antics was such a great day. After 20 years of caring, I realized I just didn't give a crap anymore. Once I stopped caring about what happened to me and saw it all for what it was and how she was just doing the same dumb crap over and over, I just started laughing. We have kids, so I can't go no contact, but honestly, it doesn't bother me any more than any of the other many mild annoyances of my life, and that just feels great. I'm free. Congratulations on making it to indifference and moving forward with your life. It's hard not to feel the sting when you see them together, especially when they seem to be so happy after what he put you through. But honestly, you're right in saying that their relationship is a bit of a mess. He jumped from one problem to another thinking it was the solution, but now he's stuck in a situation that looks a lot more complicated than what he was trying to escape. You've got the right perspective. It's healthier to take time for yourself and reflect rather than diving into a new relationship to fill the void. Have you ever experienced a situation where someone you loved moved on quickly after a breakup? How did you cope with seeing them in a new relationship? And did it change how you viewed your own healing process? Up next, when you break a vase, no amount of glue can make it whole again. He came begging for me to take him back. I'm 56 female, and my soon-to-be ex-husband is 57. We met at the end of college and married 30 plus years. We had the perfect American dream life. We landed great jobs after college and started our family. We had 3 amazing boys and a big loving home. Everyone loved us and we were invited everywhere to everything. The end of last March, he was acting weird and was working a lot more. I felt bad for him, and he was distancing himself from me. I was getting upset because he wouldn't tell me what was wrong. I knew something was going wrong when he wasn't interested in having sex with me. That's what gave me the clue that something is very wrong because we always had a great sex life. One night, I went snooping through his phone and found everything I didn't want to see. I figured out that he was having sex with his younger sister's best friend. I saw pictures and all of the chats they had. I always said everything is fixable except cheating. I sent everything to my phone and made copies of everything. 2 days later, I served and told him to get out of our home. You embarrassed me, the boys, and our family. I decided to be nice and try to save us money and go through the mediation process. Silly me, he dragged his feet to slow down the process. I'm completely checked out of our relationship. Now I am mad it's the end of January and nothing is happening. I even told him I was going to play fair. No, he still decided to drag his feet still. I met the 3 best divorce attorneys in my area and put a retainer on one of them. He must have received a letter from my attorney last week saying it may be in his best interest to find an attorney to represent himself. Needless to say, he's very scared now. I found him on my couch Saturday afternoon in tears. I asked him, "What are you doing here?" He proceeded to go on by telling me it was the biggest mistake of his life. He tells me how he cries himself to sleep at night. He misses me and still loves me with all of his heart and our life we built. He told me he ended things with his affair partner a month after he moved out. He pulls out 2 stacks of papers. One stack is all the receipts from seeing his counselor every week, and the other one was the monthly detailed phone bill of every call he made to prove he's done with the affair partner. I told him the reasons why I can't take him back. You cheated on me. To make it worse, you were effing your younger sister's best friend. So now I don't care to be around your sister or her friend knowing you had sex with her. You thought after sleeping with her for at least 2 months and I wasn't going to figure it out. Even one time is absolutely disgusting and disrespectful. Not that it would have mattered, but why her? A friend of the family that makes it worse. Not that I would think it's okay to sleep with someone else. I will only be around your family if it's at our kid's wedding. The boys asked what was the real reason for the divorce. I told them the truth because they are adults and they need to know the truth. When they found out, they were really pissed off. I told the boys that this is between their father and I. Yes, he disrespected our family, but at the end of the day, he is still your father. Everybody makes mistakes in life. Your father is a good man and has always been a great father to you guys. Last but not least, you broke the golden rule. I've always told you everything is fixable. Except infidelity. So by your infidelity, you broke up our family and our life that we worked so hard for 30 plus years. I know this is harsh, but we will never be together again. I'm never going to be the woman that is disrespected by her man and be that weak person that people gossip about. I gave you the opportunity to do this the easy way, and you're disrespecting me by dragging your feet. I want this over. That's why I got an attorney. You may want to find one very soon. I know it's the biggest mistake of your life, but we know cheating is not a mistake. I'm really ready to move on with my life. I have been respectful about you, and the kids are the only ones that know the truth. I would hope that you're respectful with my name also. Unfortunately, it's time for me to leave because I have things to do. Take care. He can cry all he wants, but his actions speak louder than any apology. He had plenty of chances to do the right thing, and instead, he chose to betray you. It's clear he's only regretful because things are finally catching up to him. You've made it clear that you're done, and I don't blame you. He disrespected you, your family, and everything you built together. Now, he's left to try to play catch-up while you're just moving forward. Keep doing you, and no more waiting around for someone who doesn't deserve a second chance. What's the hardest boundary you've had to set in a relationship, and how did you stick to it when things got tough? Thank you for joining us today on rSpace. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. Until next time.